Hello, ladies and gentlemen, fellow riders and lovers of two-wheeled freedom. How ya doing? Today, I want to talk about something that is quickly becoming a lost art in our digital world. I'm talking about the pure, unadulterated motorcycles of the early 2000s. Think back to legends like the Honda Hornet, the same as I'm driving right now, or the Suzuki 650, or the carbureted Harley Davidson Twin-Cams. These machines sit at the perfect intersection of history. They were the peak of mechanical integrity before computers took over our handlebars. When we talk about these machines, we aren't just talking about transportation. We are talking about a mechanical soul. Let's start with the fuel system. Modern bikes are fueled by electronic fuel injection system (EFI). They rely on oxygen sensors, throttle position sensors, and an engine control unit (ECU) to calculate the perfect air-fuel ratio. It is efficient, yes, but it's also entirely disconnected from you. A carburetor is a beautifully mechanical device. When you twist the throttle on a carbureted bike, you aren't sending an electrical signal to a computer. You are physically pulling a cable that opens the throttle bodies and lets the engine breathe. You can hear that distinct throaty intake roar. You can feel the engine hesitate slightly, then catch, and then launch you forward. It feels alive. It demands that you understand how your machine works. Carburetors give you the ultimate control to tune your bike with a screwdriver and a handful of jets, rather than an expensive laptop and an ECU flash. Next, let's look at reliability and roadside repair. Modern motorcycles are effectively rolling computers. If a single sensor fails, like a map sensor or a tip-over sensor, your bike goes into limp mode or it simply won't start. You are stranded and you are calling for a tow truck. On an early 2000s bike, you have a simple battery, a starter, and spark plugs. If your bike doesn't start, it's usually one of three things: fuel, spark, or air. And the best part, you can actually fix it on the side of the road with the basic toolkit hidden under your seat. You are the mechanic. You are the master of your machine. There is an immense sense of freedom that comes from knowing you can troubleshoot and repair your own motorcycle without relying on a dealership's proprietary diagnostic software. Now, take a look at the cockpit of a modern motorcycle. You are looking at a glowing digital TFT screen. You have to navigate through menus to change your riding modes, adjust your traction control, or check your tire pressure. It is a distraction. The early 2000s gave us sweeping analog gauges, a simple tachometer, and a speedometer with a physical needle. At 100 miles an hour, you don't need to read a tiny digital number to know how fast you are going. You can see the needle climb into the red zone in your peripheral vision. Analog gauges are honest. They are nostalgic, timeless, and allow you to focus entirely on the road and the wind, rather than clicking through sub-menus. To conclude, modern electronics have given us incredible safety features like ABS and traction control. But in doing so, they have created a buffer between the rider and the asphalt. They do the thinking for you. The motorcycles of the early 2000s trusted the rider. They required skill, respect, and a tactile touch. When you ride a carbureted bike with analog gauges, you are experiencing motorcycling in its purest form. It is an unplugged, raw, and visceral experience. Let's cherish these machines, because they represent a golden era of motorcycling that we will never get back. Thank you for watching, and keep the rubber side down. Cheers.